Hello everyone and welcome to What's Sold Saturday.
Hello everybody and welcome to this week's What's Sold Saturday. This week covers the 26th through the 1st, so thankfully we can all take the big sigh of relief that it is now 2021.
I hope you are all having a great start to 2021. Happy New Year. I'm so glad that we're finally done with 2020. Oh my gosh. In a way, the year felt like so long, but at the same time, it kind of seemed like it went by really quick, which is probably just because we just kind of sat around. But I hope you guys are having a great start to 2021, and I hope you ended out 2020 in a fun way.
If it looks like I'm in a different location, the answer is yes, I am. My parents finally moved, and this is their lovely rental. So this is the host of What's Sold Saturday, and Jack isn't here, unfortunately. He's up in the cities finding all the good things, and I'm down in Iowa finding nothing, except this lovely Patagonia that I did find and give to myself as a Christmas present. I'm very excited.
Also, I would like to say thank you to all of you. We just passed, I think literally on the night of New Year's Eve into New Year's, we passed 7,000 subscribers, which is like ridiculous and crazy and so awesome. So we really, really appreciate every single one of you. All 7,000 and I think 13 now. Seriously, thank you all for subscribing and actually like watching us too. That means the world to us. All of you that send us the nice messages and the nice comments, or who've bought from us, or just have just watched and never interacted in any way. Thank you all so much. We appreciate all of you so much.
Okay, so let's get into the week. My week was amazing because of one big sale and then a couple of other, I think, little holiday sales sprinkled in there.
This week of What's Sold Saturday covers the 26th of December through the 1st of January, so right into the new year. Before I jump into my Poshmark sales, I have a couple of Instagram sales that I would like to thank you guys for. So first off, went to Maddie, and Maddie purchased a bundle of kids' shoes from me. I found them in the bins and I just could not resist them. It was 2 pair of Minnetonka moccasins and a pair of kids' Birkenstocks. So I hope you love those, Maddie. Then to Tori. Thank you, Tori. She's so sweet. She messages me off and on and she's super nice. She, I believe, has purchased from me in the past before as well. She bought a chunky Free People pink, like long sweater that was like literally like wearing a blanket. It was so nice. And then she purchased a green Free People sweater that was also like crazy plush and soft and would be so comfortable to wear, and it had bell sleeves, which are like my favorite. She's gonna rock those well, and I appreciate it, Tori, so thank you so much. And last but not least is another regular on our chats and our premieres and in my DM box is Kristen. She's so freaking sweet as well. She purchased some pizza pattern chacos along with a pair of brown Spanx and then a Old Navy Active Moon and Star space print tank top, which I normally don't pick up, but oh my gosh, I'm such a sucker for like moon and stars and Saturn print everything, so I could not skip it. And she's Asia Dancer, so if you see her in the chat like right now or any other time, that's who she is. She's so nice, so say hi to her. But yeah, so thank you, Kristen, and thank you to all 3 of you for buying from me. I really appreciate it. But I suppose we should jump into the Poshmark sales.
So on the 26th, I had 2.
So like I said, the first day of What's Sold Saturday is the 26th of December, and I had 1 sale on the 26th.
First one was a 3-piece bundle that went to Maggie. So Maggie, thank you. She got these really cute Anthro Pilcro Pearl raw hem jeans, this new tag Rebecca Taylor embroidered white jersey top, and a really pretty vintage chevron kimono. The jeans, she said, were for a family member, so we love the sustainable gift giving. The bundle sold for $150 and I made $120. And then next on the 26th was this vintage brown wool barrette, trendy blogger influencer one size. So I follow a lot of young people on Instagram and I pay attention to what they wear, and then when I'm at the bins, I find stuff that mimics that. So the beret sold for $18 and I made $14.40.
My 1 sale was this Nike print swoosh logo sports bra, and this sold for $22 and gave me $15.48. Like we always say, we don't pick up Nike very often, but if you find stuff with a big logo, it tends to do quite well, so pick it up if you see it and it looks something like this.
And then on the 27th, I had 5 sales.
Then on the 27th, I had 5 sales.
First one being this Baya Johnny Was embroidered Jester cardigan. I did only sell this for $75 because, unbeknownst to me, when I bought it, I found it at Goodwill. It had a few holes in the back in the first layer of fabric, so I was like, I can't sell it for as much as I would have liked to, but that's okay. It sold for $75. I made $60. And then next, okay, so here's the big one of the week. I think this is my biggest sale to date, and it's also my most profitable. I sold the authentic Louis Vuitton pouchette from a Bins haul a while ago. It sold for $4.99. I had it listed for, I think, $6.50, and I sent out a Christmas Day deal of, I think, $575 or $550, somewhere in there, and she countered $4.99, and I was like, okay. So what happens is, if it's over $500, Poshmark authenticates it. But what I had done is I prepaid for an authentication slip. So I contacted a company, did some research on them because I didn't want to, go to anybody funky, and they authenticated it for me. They sent me a slip. They sent me paperwork that I could basically send to the buyer and say, like, look, I've had this authenticated by a third party. It's real, whatever. You don't need to do that whenever you find luxury. I just really wanted to because it was my first time, and I just really wanted, like, somebody else's stamp of approval. So it sold for $4.99, and I walked away with $399.20. So I basically made $398.20, which is amazing. It is amazing to think that I pulled a $400 bill out of a bin. Love it. And she left me a nice little love note, so I'm glad she got it. Complete opposite end of the spectrum. Next on the 27th was these United Nude brown leather wedges. Got these in the bins. Didn't really look too much into them when I got them. They're actually really expensive, and I think that this one was just a style that wasn't doing too well, and they did have some wear. So I sold them for $10, and I made $7.05. So we go from $4.99 to $10, but that's okay because every sale counts. And then my next on the 27th went to Victoria, and she sent me a nice little message saying that her friend had showed her my Instagram. So hi, Victoria. She got this Diane von Furstenberg Milo cheetah print crossbody and this really pretty boutique striped frayed distressed sweater. And the bundle sold for $70, and I made $56. And then that is it on the 27th.
My first sale on the 27th was this Coach Julia Silver Large Tote. It sold for $40, and that gave me $32. That was listed for like only a few hours, and then she offered me $40. I think I had it listed for like $50, so that was a great offer. So I definitely took that. Then next, I sold a pair of Rothy's black pointed toe knit flats. These only sold for $50, and there is a reason for it. So these were actually shrunk. You can tell when Rothy's are shrunk because they're a little more like bowed in, and the sides kind of get wavy, and then the back arch kind of goes in a little. So these were a little shrunk, which I obviously said in the listing, and I listed them lower. Normally I'd put Rothy's like normal color ones like this around like $115. These I put at $78, and then she offered me $50, and so I actually am like making almost my money back that I spent on them because I didn't realize they were shrunk when I found them. So yeah, I get $40. I think I spent like $32 on them, but that's fine. Then, next, I sold this New Tag Anthropologie gold metallic knotted headband, and it's... okay. I got some strange comments on this headband, and I just remembered them reading this off. Very weird comments. If you ever want to see us do like a video of like the weirdest interactions or weirdest comments we've had on Posh or on reselling platforms, let us know because there have definitely been a few. One of the questions I got on this, literally, she asked, what is your favorite thing about this headband? And I just thought that was such a strange question. And she asked a lot more. But this one sold for $30 and gave me $21.88, and it did not sell to her. It sold to someone else. Next up, I sold this Aritzia Babaton wool Connor belted coat, and it sold for $180, and that gave me $144. This is a style that they have in the store right now. It's also been worn by important political figures. So like I knew this was going to get a lot of money. I listed it at like $275. She offered $180. It was like within a day, and I was like, you know what? That's a good offer. Sure. So I get $144. Next, I sold this New Tag Madewell Velvet Wine Choker Top. It sold for $20, and that gave me $16, and it was New Tag, so unfortunately that's less than I would have expected for it in the past, but like I've said a million times, Madewell is not doing as well anymore. And that was it for my 27th.
And then on the 28th, I had 7 sales. So I think the 28th, and I think a little bit of the 29th, was everybody's like, oh, my Visa gift card that I got from my auntie for Christmas. Spending it on Poshmark.
Next up, on the 28th, I had 3 sales.
So the 28th, my first one was a bundle to Mar. So Mar, I hope you enjoy. She got the Free People Mountain Mama crop top. This was so cute. The name was a little funky, but I loved it. It was so pretty. It was Free People Movement, which I love to find. And then she got this beautiful Newtang Farm Rio floral flounce dress. Bundle sold for $80. I made 64. And then I sold this vintage crocheted 1970s pink orange boho sweater. I know that granny chic and like kind of the grandma colors in the 70s knits are really coming back in. And I think that my prediction is I think that I'll come back in for spring as well. So I'm starting to pick some of those items up, and I sold a sweater for $20 and I got 16. Then I sold this Free People Cream Moonshine cold shoulder sweater. This was a bin's find. I think Nick gave it to me, so thanks, Nick. It sold for $36 straight out, and I made $28.80. Then I sold these Free People and CP Shades striped linen tunic. If you remember from one of the earlier Thrift With Me's, this was in there. Sold for $60. I made $48. Then I sold this set of 2 Melinda Jane floral girls dresses size 8. So what I'll do when I find kids stuff is I'll try to lot it up because I think it's a little bit more cost effective, especially with Poshmark shipping. So I found 2 Matilda Jane girls dresses that were the same size, and I said, we'll just sell them as a bundle, you know. Whoever buys them says, oh, it was only $3.50 to ship each one of them, and then they get a better deal. Sold the bundle, sold for $25 with a shipping discount, and I made $17.80. Then I sold this North Face brown zip-up 550 puffer coat. This was a bin's find, and she needed some work. It just needed to go through the wash. It had some signs of wear, but it wasn't like, you know, too terrible. It wasn't that bad. So I sold it for $25, and I made $20. But it's like, my thought is it went to somebody who loved it. And then I had 4 people, not kidding, message me after I sold this, and were like, oh, will you cancel it and sell it to me for more? No, I can't. I'm sorry. And then on the 28th, I sold this new without tag Anthropologie Gold Star print passport holder. And this woman is a saint. Joe, if you're watching, bless your heart. Thank you literally so much. And then she got this new tag Love Shack Fancy Target Estelle dress. She wiped me out. I no longer have any of these dresses. They were literally so pretty. They were so cute. I love the florals. They took up a lot of space, unfortunately. So she got the bundle for $45 and I made $36. And Joe gets a point in my book for buying that last one of those dresses. So thank you, Joe. Okay, and then that is it on the 28th.
My first sale on the 28th was this Sundry Camo Flare Stretchy Sweatpant, and it sold for $35, and that gave me $28. Then I sold these Vintage Wrangler jeans, and they sold for $20, and that gave me $16. And last but not least, I sold these Avia Camo Gold Striped leggings, so I picked these up at the bins. I had no idea what brand they were. I just know they looked a lot like some Spiritual Gangsters that I had sold for like $70. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get them. Who cares about the brand? I'll make some money on them because they're trendy. They were camo. They had a gold metallic stripe down the side. I was like, I'm gonna get something for them. Then I go home and I find out that they are Walmart, and I do not really know Walmart brands, so I didn't know that before. I still listed them and I still sold them for $10, which is honestly probably what Walmart charged for it. I won't pick the brand up in the future, but at least I was able to sell them. And so I get $7.05.
And then on the 29th, I had 5.
So the next day of the week was the 29th, and I had 2 sales.
So the first one being this vintage 70s reversible beaded clutch purse. I found this a while ago in Des Moines. I just thought it was cute. Sold for $20 with a shipping discount. I made $13.88. Then I sold this Free People balloon sleeve Fair Isle sweater. I listed this for, I believe, $50, and I got an offer within the half hour of $30, and I took it because, you know, easy $24, not that big of a deal. And I made $24. Then I sold to Yvonne. Hello, Yvonne. Girly Boo. She got this Barbour checked snap button flannel shirt and this The Doors vintage graphic gray band tee. I love selling both of these items. I love selling flannels. I love selling band t-shirts. And she got a good little deal. Bundle sold for $40 and I made $32. Then, I think this was somebody else's Christmas present to themselves. I've noticed a lot of full price sales in these past couple of days, and I think this is one of them. Kate Spade Black Saffiano leather zip wristlet sold for $45. I made $36. And then I sold this Brahmin fold out black leather croc crossbody. This was kind of like what I was talking about earlier with the North Face puffer. It had some damage. It was missing a zipper pull. But like, if I'm paying $1 for it and like, you know, it's just a quick little $20, $25 flip, like, I would much rather put a little bit of effort into it and, you know, give it a little cleanup and let it go to somebody who loves it instead of let it go to the landfill. So for $25, I made $20. But usually if you find Brahmin, you can get a lot more for it.
My first sale on the 29th was this vintage suede fringe snap jacket, and this was a boy's jacket. It was like 70s, but the suede on this thing was like crazy, crazy nice. I couldn't tell if it was handmade or if someone bought it from somewhere, but it had no brand, and I listed it and it actually sold in like an hour for 20 bucks, and it gave me 16. I do not try kids very often, but I just like couldn't skip this. It was too nice to just go to a landfill. And my last one on the 29th was this Smart wool quarter zip sweater, and this sold for 45 and gave me 36. Fun story about this one, I actually had this Smart wool sweater sitting in my listing room for weeks, like literally like 3 weeks, and all I needed to do was lint roll it, but I just kept pushing it off. And so finally I was like, you know what, Smart wool sells good, I just need to get this listed. So I lint rolled it, listed it, and it sold within an hour for the price I listed it at. So don't have a death pile and don't leave stuff sitting around that should be listed. Just bite the bullet and get it done with, I guess.
And then on the 30th, I unfortunately did not have any. It snowed here in Des Moines, so me and my parents and my sister just kind of had a really nice little relaxed snow day and just kind of chilled. I didn't open the computer all day.
On the 30th, I had one sale. My only sale on the 30th was this pair of Madewell Ariel D'Orsay leather flats. I did like no sharing this day. I was at the bins all day, and I actually got these at the bins that day. They sold right when I listed them, so that was nice. But yeah, I was spending my day taking pictures and at the bins, so that's why I only had one sale.
And then on the 31st, I had 3 sales.
Then on the 31st, I had 2 sales.
My first one being an item out of my personal collection, and it was this authentic Fendi pink gold logo leather card holder. I bought this at the Bougie TJ Maxx yellow tag clearance last year. I think it was last summer. And I just didn't really use it that much, so I decided to pass her along to somebody who would love her. Sold for $150 and I made $120. Then Bins Find, I got this Patagonia R1 black fleece zip pullover jacket. I love, love, love when I find Patagonia out that doesn't have company logos on it. It's literally one of the best feelings ever. This sold for $37 and I made $29.60. Then I sold this Kate Spade Burgundy keyring snap wallet. I love selling the Kate Spade little card wallets because I think a lot of people, like students, use them. I see them all the time when I'm on campus, and I think people that work in offices love them too. Sold for $30 and I made $24.
My first sale on the 31st was this Free People Levi's trucker jacket, and it sold for $40 and that gave me $32. And my second and last sale on the 31st, and my last sale of 2020, was this vintage oversized wool blend plaid shacket, and it sold for $30 and gave me $24. So we ended 2020 with a 2020 trend, which is shackets.
And then on the final day this week, on the 1st, I had 3 sales.
And then the last day of What Sold Saturday, the first day of 2021, January 1st, I had 6 sales. So I definitely started off the year pretty good. I was kind of surprised, honestly. I didn't have like any sales all day, and then all of a sudden, like as soon as it was like dinner time, I just started making sales and I had 6. I'll take it.
My first sale of 2021 was this beautiful new tag Free People sweater. It's called the Hometown Cardigan. I have it in cream. I wear it all the time, and it sold for $50 and I made $40. So perfect way to kick off the new year. A beautiful Free People chunky little knit cardigan. And then, if you remember from my little Halloween Instagram picture, I was wearing these shoes. I bought them for my Halloween costume and I was never ever gonna wear them again. So Kay Frost bought them. I do believe she follows me on Instagram, and I know she's a viewer, so really, I hope you love them, I hope you rock them. She got these Dolls Kill Cape Robin yellow platform Crocs for $35. And I got 28, which I literally think is what I paid for them. I think they were $27.99 on Amazon, so that's okay. And then I sold this new tag Opposutes Flamingi novelty dress pants. These were in a mystery box I bought from somebody on Instagram a while ago. And I just thought they were so funny, and I love them, and I was like, I'm gonna sell these pants. No matter how long they sit here, no matter how much I don't get for them, I'm gonna sell them. And I did. Sold them for $18, I made $14.40.
My first sale on the 1st was this Birkenstock Berkey's leather strap sandal, and it sold for $40, and that gave me $32. My second one was this vintage sheer floral belted dress. It sold for $17, and that gave me $13.60. I loved the print of it. I've been kind of not getting vintage as much anymore because because I just don't find that I have like super crazy luck with it. This was cute, so I still got it. Then I sold these within about 15 minutes of listing them. These Michael Kors Collection woven leather flats. Not Michael Kors, they are Michael Kors Collection. It says collection on the inside of the shoe. These only sold for $40, even though they retailed at like $400, because one of the shoes was missing an ankle strap to it. I got them quite cheap, so I still made money on them. Normally I would list these quite a bit higher, and so then I ended up getting it $32. Then I sold this new tag Pink Floyd plant print graphic band tee for $10. And that gave me $7.05. I was kind of just on a streak. Like I said, all these sales came in like very close to each other. So I was like, ooh, let's just keep making sales. And so I took a $10 offer because I was like, hey, another sale. Then okay, this was a great one. I sold this Veronica Beard layered convertible jacket vest. This thing, you can take the arms off. You can take the vest off of the actual blazer. You can like button it, you can wear it open. This thing you could wear it like 100 different ways. This thing sold for $225, and that gives me $180. So that is a great sale. And then my last sale for this week was this Anthropologie Pepin lace sleeve pink top. And it sold for $20, and that gave me $16. And that is it for this week for me.
So my gross for the week was $1,693.
So my gross for this week was $914. It's still kind of a holiday week, so I haven't been working as much as I probably should be. So it probably could have been higher if I maybe had like kicked my butt into gear a bit more, but I was spending a lot of time at the bins. And also with my parents. So that's that. I'm fine with that number, 914. Did I even say what the gross sales were? I don't remember. Maybe. Whatever. My gross was 914 if I didn't say that.
And my net was 1351.04. I think that is probably one of my top 2 biggest weeks, which is insane, which is honestly like the perfect way to close out 2020. It's just make a lot of money, you know?
And then my net for this week was $718.45. And that does not count cost of goods, but it also doesn't count any other platforms that I made sales on, or any of the Instagram or YouTube or eBay or email, anything like that. So yeah, $718.45, not too bad for not working my butt off, and a pretty decent start to the year.
So thank you to everybody who watched, thank you to everybody who purchased from me in 2020, anybody who ever said anything nice to me, say something kind to somebody in 2021. I hope you all have an amazing start to your year, and I hope that everybody's 2021 really just turns the other cheek and does amazing and looks great. I can't wait to spend the next year with you. Thank you for always watching us.
So please let me know how your 2021 has been starting off. Have you been seeing a lot of sales? I feel like on Instagram I saw a lot of people saying that on the 1st they had a ton of sales. So I don't know if that is a thing for everyone or if just a couple people have been lucky. Let me know how your sales have started this year, and let me know how your sales ended last year. Did 2020 go well for you and your business? I hope so. Ryan and I will be back together in the same room on Tuesday. Stay tuned for that. I don't exactly know yet what we have in store. Maybe we'll do the tradesy video, but as usual, you can let us know what you want to see. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on Tuesday.
See you on Tuesday. Goodbye.
Bye.